Alright, today we're having a look at Sack to the Future by Tin Boy 551. Alright, so here we are in Sack to the Future by Tin Boy 551, and we do have Big Sam, and I was just talking about, this is half the reason why look, I can't talk to you right now. I mean, not you on the viewer, I mean, you as in Big Sam. This is like half the reason why I took the level, is because I was really wanting to play a Big Sam level. It's supposed to be an homage. The king apparently got a time-traveling car and got sent to the past, and I don't... Yo, what? Why? I'm holding R1. Yo, look, I need you to stop. Big Sam, I love you, but I need you to stop. Why can't I get on... Okay, oh yeah, I was on it. Get back on it. Look, I don't know if we should have had the extra bendy rail up top there. I don't know that that really helped. Still grab and climb, yes. You know, but I do appreciate, even if I don't particularly need it, I do appreciate the tutorial is there. Okay, Big Sam just got zapped Back to the Future. We also need to get zapped someplace. I don't know. Oh! What? Bendy rails? I hate them so much. It's so weird, because sure, I will race you. The cameras, I feel like the cameras need some work. Oh wait, where's my hook hat? Or my hook hat, where's my, I had the... Yo, okay, wait, there it is. Eee! What? Okay. We're gonna have to talk about a couple of things. I feel like a couple of things need to be talked about. Oh, fudge! Wait, we didn't die, but we do have to climb up that. What the fudge? Okay, look, I was trying to say that it's very interesting to find somebody who's 14 years old and is a big fan of Back to the Future, because that was back in 1985. Now, when I was a kid, I was a big fan of Night of the Living Dead, so I guess there's the same kind of time gap there, but still, it's unusual. How do I feel about this level? I feel a lot of ways about this level. Is that supposed to be shaking? It's shaking a lot. It's going up and down? I think it's okay. But I think we gotta get on it. Oh, fudge! Oh, fudge! Oh god, we broke the level. Oh god, Tin Boy, I am so sorry. I seem to have a knack. Kronos always laughs at me, but I do seem to have a knack for breaking people's levels. But this is... What is going on with that platform? Why are you like this? Can I... Now, do I have to... Yo, why do I feel like I'm going backwards? Like behind things? I don't even know. Oh god! Okay, that's a timer. We gotta... Perfect timing. We gotta go. We gotta go back to the hub. We're gonna see you there. See ya! And we're back! And Sack to the Future by Tin Boy 551, and I'd say it's yeah, it's an orange diamond. It's not a level without its charm, and I did enjoy myself playing it, but I do think that there are some issues in the construction that are definitely pulling it down from a player experience. But what we've got basically is kind of a sort of story platformer where the king's got the DeLorean for his birthday and got sent back into the past. Then we gotta save the king with the help from Little Zim and Big Sam. And did I not a couple weeks ago ask for a level with Big Sam? I did, and I got it, and this is what we got. It's yeah, it's kind of a lot. So a lot of the first chunk of the level is dealing with the hoverboard, and that was kind of neat, and I did appreciate the fact that the hoverboard is, like, it is pretty well utilized throughout the level. You've got those bendy rail bits that you would use normally with the hook hat, but I kind of like the hoverboard a little bit better with those. One issue that I did find with that, and I find this with the hook hat as well, that it can be a little bit difficult to actually get onto the bendy rail when there's a curve through layer. We saw in the first impressions part where I tried to jump from that platform in the back where the broken bridge was, and I kind of just like sailed right over it because I wasn't quite in the layer that was expected. So that does come up with the hoverboard and hook hats periodically, but you can account for that. But you got issues where you've got to use the hoverboard to actually do like bigger jumps as well. So it's not just for the bendy rail sections, and I did appreciate that. We've got that race bit that comes up in the midpoint of the level. A little Zim says, "Hey, you want to race?" And then like the camera kind of jumps over to the race gate before you actually clear off the dialogue from Little Zim. And that race was... There's some interesting points going on with that section. Now, one of them, so something that I see oftentimes with quickly rotating sponge bits in levels, where you grab onto the sponge and like the camera tries to track the sack thing, and like the camera just spins all over the map, and it's kind of a little bit nauseating because the camera can't actually track quickly enough. Now, one thing that we can do to kind of get around that problem is that we can set up a camera to track 0% on the player and have that connected to a grab sensor on the sponge bit, so that it'll lock the camera pretty well down, and it's not going to spin around like that until you actually get off the sponge bit where you would want it tracking the player again, and that can help with a little bit of nausea issues. Something else that came up in that section, so you've got climbable bits, and they are marked with like signposting with, you know, big R1 stickers on them, but they are the same material as the actual background wall material, so it's a little bit tough to judge like on the fly where the climbable bit is in relation to the wall. I do appreciate that because it's a thin layer and there is some differentiation around the edges of it, but I do think maybe either decorating it up with a sticker or using a similar but ultimately different material for that bit would probably have been a better choice for that section. So we get out of the race, and you get to that bit that we saw at the end of the first impressions playthrough, where you've got like you've got a little platform, and there's two spinny bits that are rotating around it, and the platform itself is kind of rotating, and it's a bit hard to judge because it's not like rotating a lot, and it was hard for me to judge, like, is this just in my mind that it's moving, or is it actually not? And so I tried to make a jump for it and ended up actually breaking the level accidentally because I didn't jump at the right point, and so like that was a bit of an issue. And I kind of feel like, again, like if you want it to be clear to the player that making that moving bit like much more obvious, like a much more different color, so that you can judge it moving, because it's like that orange color, and the base that's holding it up is the same orange material, and you've got the background is a slightly different orange, and it's not really a lot of movement, and so it's like it's really hard to tell, like is it moving or is it not. So we get past that section, and then you get to a wormhole, takes you to the next bit, and there's the train, and the train is an interesting piece of construction. It's very kludgy, and I'm not expecting, nor do I need, nor necessarily want a photorealistic steam train. Like, I don't need that. I'm not asking for that. I'm not. The look of it is fine. My big issues with the train is that, like, it doesn't want to move. It really doesn't want to move. It looks like all the momentum from that train is coming from the one wheel that's engaged on a motorbolt when you pull the lever up on the top, and like it just doesn't quite have the oomph to get the train going. I had to like pull the lever back and forth a number of times to like actually get it to push against the ground enough to actually pull the weight of the train. And even when I did do that, it's never really quite moving that quickly. What's supposed to happen is that the train's supposed to kind of zip along and push into the DeLorean, and then you've got to jump onto the DeLorean in time, like before you pass the windmill, which is the point of no return, and then that will push you to a pretty neat effect, actually. I mean, it's a really simple effect, but I thought it was kind of cute, where like you blast through time and you get to the year 2008, which is LittleBigPlanet's release date, and I thought that was kind of neat. I like you got the little Zim and Big Zam, and you got the King and the Queen, and then you end up the level. But like what can happen is that the train loses momentum and then just stops. And I probably could have gone it moving again, with just like pulling on the switch again, like I had previously, but me being silly, I just dropped off the front, and then I couldn't get back on the train again, and I tried to pop to go back to the station, and it ended the level, because if you die in that section, as the little Zim and Big Zam will tell you, that the level will just end. So that was kind of a thing. That was kind of a thing, and I kind of feel like instead of using the actual physics to propel the train like a mover would have been a better idea. You could have still had the wheel on the motorbolt to kind of sell the effect that the wheels are turning, but like actually have the propulsion coming from a mover, and then it's just gonna go as fast as you need it to go. And if you want it to go like actually quickly, and you're not worried about like, is the friction of the wheel on the ground actually going to move the train quick enough to get it to go. I mean, I didn't not enjoy this level. It was cute. It was charming. And Tin Boy, I don't want you to think I'm dunking on the level, because I definitely am not. I would like to see more from you in the future. But as this one goes, like, there's definitely polish work that needs to be done to bring this up to a smoother experience, I think, for the player. But I do feel like I've said everything I could possibly say about the level, so I will depart back to the future, which is now, which is like 4 o'clock in the morning, because I couldn't sleep at all. If you want to have a backlog, you want to build your backlog, just don't sleep, and then you could record 2 levels in 2 episodes in 1 day, and that'll really work for you, kind of, sort of. I can't wait to do work today. But anyways, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao.